Hello my lovelies, so good to have you here. It's back, the red wig is back. Wonderful follower of this channel asked me to do a Little Mermaid themed makeup, so I did. I'm gonna do it. I'm here to bring the Little Mermaid to life. Now I was very tempted to put a burgundy or red tickle on and just let it hang down a little bit, but any excuse to wear this really pretty colour on my head. So let's jump into it and do a really beautiful Little Mermaid comes to life. The Little Mermaid is known for her aquamarine, teals, blues, greens. Really does go with this type of colouring anyway, so I think we'll just stick with the classical idea of Little Mermaid. Very heavy eyelashes, very large eyes, so we'll be highlighting and really bringing out the eyes, making them stand out and glisten, and then just doing a very neutral, girly, very pinky, perhaps subdued face colouring. So here we go, let's jump in. My eyelids are already very beautifully moisturised, which is my primer, and I'm going to go in with a beautiful bright crease colour, not the normal shading kind of colour that you would expect, but a really eye-catching colour so that we can really extend up. This is one of those kind of looks where you would almost want to go into sort of a drag makeup kind of idea, really extend the distance between the eye and the brow so you can get the most out of your palette, if you like, for the look. But let's see what we can make do with what we have naturally. So we're starting out with this amazing peacock blue, and I think that is just the perfect amount of teal-ish or turquoise-ish, but it's still bright and sort of sea-worthy, if you like, without being too cool. So I'm not even going to tap it off too much because I want really great intensity. And this is what I mean. So it looks ridiculous at the moment, but it will come out much better after as we get along with the steps. I'm going for more of a round shape, and as I was telling you about that extension, part of that is to make it really tall. But we'll smoke it out, blend it out, and make it pretty. Just a quick point of comparison, this would be a normal round shaped eye for me, and this is the one we're going with for this look. Next we're going to take a much fluffier version, or bigger version, of that brush. So big sister of that brush, and take a beautiful bright but lighter coloured blue, like so, and blend it all out. Okay, I think this is a really good point where we can just highlight the brow bone, because I don't want to use the same inner corner colour or highlight as the brow bone highlight. I'm going to use a very almost white blue to highlight the brow bone, almost lending towards a minty colour. Okay, so just really gentle placement exactly where the brow arches, so you get this really beautiful elongation. Okay, next I'm going to go for a little flat brush like this because I want as much control as I can possibly get for this next part. And I'm just going to take a little bit of my setting spray and just clean up my lid a little. Just in case you're new here, just to really point it out, I wouldn't use just any setting spray to clean up the lid. Mine just happens to be one that is so natural that it works as a primer as well. So this is a really good place to put a primer or a concealer, just to basically cut the crease, but I'm more than just cutting it, I'm cleaning it up. Now with a similar brush, but a really nice thick dense one that can pick up a decent amount of product, I'm going to use something like this. I'm going to use it to fill in the inner and outer corners of my beautiful clean primed lid. Look at the intensity of this colour. It is just like the most beautiful turquoise you've ever seen, and so beautifully shimmery as well. Not a glittery colour necessarily, but really just sparkly. So we're just going to do those inner and outer corners now. Taking another beautiful flat brush like this one's quite fluffy, so I might have to wet it because it's not quite as dense as the other one, or not quite as stern, like the bristles aren't as sort of stiff as the other one. I'm going to do the well colour, see if you can see. It's kind of hard to see actually in the viewfinder, but I don't know if you can tell, I've got a sort of gap in the in all this beautiful turquoise, and I have just blended it ever slightly into the corners. Again, not sure if you caught that, but I have actually tapped a little bit into the original crease colour. Yeah, so it looks a bit more blended and not sort of one colour, another colour, third colour. I'm trying to get a very transitional kind of look, a bit like how a wave breaks. So it's all one colour, but you can tell sort of from light and shade, different stages of the wave and different heights and things like that. And that lends to making it a really long, tall kind of Disney eye. Yeah, the initial colour I went for was like a very beautiful greeny blue, almost like a mint shimmer, with sort of a gold speck. Too easy, it'll blend in, it'll be cute and all, but it's, yeah, this is not the extremes we're reaching for here today. So I'm going with this. Woo. Could not be more different. I'm going to wet this brush as well because we want as much payoff as quickly as possible. Okay, I've just run the brush underneath as well, just to continue the well there. So far so cool. I'm really loving this. So as you can see, the one thing that's really missing from this look is the dimensions kind of flat. It really doesn't have that really drawn on kind of look yet, and that's where we use a darker color, usually in the crease, to create that. So we will need to do that, I think, with just a navy, very subtly, very hidden. If you've got the kind of lid shape where you don't really have much of a crease, you'll still have a small difference between when your eyes look closed versus open, and that's what I mean by the crease. So literally the space, it's like almost like a lap, you know, disappears when you stand up. Well, the thing that disappears when your eyes are closed but is there when your eyes are open, that gap in there, that's where the navy blue is going to go. I'm going to use that same crease color, that navy blue, and just run it into the corner there. Finish off the lower lid. I think the last step this really does need is a bit of a brightening. So I'm going to put something extremely cute like this into the corner and maybe just use it to blend in a little bit on the inner crease. Okay, nothing screams Little Mermaid like this colour to me. So I'm going to use it to line my lower lashes and into the sort of, I don't want to do a cat eye, I'm really working on this rounder look, but I will drag it out just ever so slightly, a bit like the navy blue did. Here we go. Next I'm going to start the top lid with this beautiful purple, just starting at the inner corner and going across. My instinct tells me to go for a navy liner now, but I'm going to stick with the black because that's kind of the cartoon kind of component to this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go between the purple and then extend it across. For the lip colour, I actually just used a little bit of lip gloss, just clear lip gloss, patted it down until it felt dry, and then patted it down again with some eyeshadow. So just to create this really matte, kind of girly, but also very plump look. That's pretty cute. We definitely need to add some blush, some very pink girly blush to this. I'd also definitely recommend some really beautiful gold highlighter. If you've got like a gel highlighter, this would be the exact kind of time to use it. Taking this wet pencil brush and this very basic Sephora palette, going into this beautiful gold color here. Lots and lots of product onto my brush, because all it's going to do is get this inner corner. And there we have it, my lovelies. We've got ourselves a living, breathing Little Mermaid. Definitely would recommend some very dramatic false lashes for this, but that's just not what I am into. But I will thank you so much for coming along on this journey with me. I can't wait to bring you more looks, and I hope that you have a moment just to hit like, maybe leave me a comment, tell me what you think about this dramatic Disney inspired look. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and please say hi to me on Instagram. Okay, I'll see you next time. So have a wonderful day wherever you are. Bye.